o'clock, May 17th.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have to close this and then open up the Board of Assessors, or can be within the meeting itself.
Closed and open.
Yes. So now we're gonna close the select board meeting and open the Board of Assessors meeting.
Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Have a really, excuse me, brief agenda before you tonight. These are a couple of catch-up items on the year. There are 2 abatements and 2 supplements. And they're pretty straightforward. The first one, I kind of overshot the runway on the assessment. The net tax bill there is still about $3,500, so this is just kind of went crazy on the number of stories on the house.
Oh.
But
Which one are we on?
number 1, account 1842.
Oh,
We'll start at the top.
1842.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the next account, this is, an abatement for a blind exemption. Okay.
What does that mean?
Well, what it means is he's legally blind.
Oh, all right, that's the obvious. Oh, good. Say no more.
Okay. Okay.
So those are fine.
Okay.
And the next?
The next, there are 2 supplements. One was an omission, that was a land split, and so I found it, and you got a tax bill for that. The other was a new house, and you got a tax bill for that. And all the paperwork is here, and what I've asked you to do is when you go to sign these, just go through them. Anything where you see, you go through them and
Okay, we'll get it signed.
A place to sign, we'll sign.
just sign it, and
Good.
make sure you get them all, and any questions.
No,
No,
that's
but we
good.
need a motion,
I move that we sign
Sign
all of these
the adjustments.
abatements and
But we
supplements.
can't do that until we come out of the assessors meeting.
Oh, right. Oh, we have
Yeah.
to do the Board of Selectmen do the, should they come
Well, you
out?
can sign it as a board of assessors.
I think we can
Okay.
sign as a
All
Board
right.
of
In other words, you're
Assessors.
functioning as a board of assessors.
That's what I was thinking.
All right.
You get to put your hat
So the
up.
motion is 1842, 975, 2150, 1487, those accounts, as so moved. Second,
All right.
Joanne seconded, all right, all in favor?
That's it.
Hardly worth the trouble.
Fine. Have a good evening.
Thank you, Jim.
Good night, Jim, thanks.
Is this your jacket?
Yeah.
I thought you had something else you wanted to
Me?
Thank you.
That's it.
Have a nice night, thanks, Jim.
Can't believe you.
That one's in there.
Tony's got my other one.
Well, that one in front of Tony's all right.
What do you need?
Thank you.
Right, there are 4 signers on these pages, so good luck looking at them. I think while we're signing those, we can close the assessor meeting. So we're gonna close the assessor meeting and open the Board of Selectmen meeting right now at 6:05. And,
We don't need to say the Pledge of Allegiance again, do we?
Tony?
Only if you forgot what you said the first time.
Pardon me?
Only if you forgot what you said the first
I
time.
remember it.
So I need a motion to sign the warrants.
Make a motion to sign the warrant.
Second, all in favor? Even if you sign it.
Yes.
Tony, I'm gonna start these down at your end because you've got all these papers. Wait till you
That's
get
okay,
that.
I'm good. I'm done.
Good
with
now?
that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. can we call him? He probably just forgot it.
You have the,
I don't have it. Yeah, it's on your, it's on your. We can postpone that if he can just get up here before we're done. He needs to be up here. Somebody needs to be here. I don't know, he must have just forgot it. I'm sorry. Writing on your wall. Tony, you're gonna be full, awful lot to sign down there when it gets
Okay.
down to you.
Yeah.
Should
Here you
brought
go.
my, should brought my stamp.
there you go, my dear.
Okay, so, we need a motion to accept the minutes of May 3rd as written.
So moved, second.
Okay, I guess I need to wait for, I'll put that in. Where do we move that? So Rachel, did you make the motion?
Yes.
Where did you, oh, second. All in favor? I think.
Yep.
Nothing in old business. We're gonna, table the Water Street Tavern liquor license until Jim gets here. So we'll go to the second item on the agenda, which is the announcement of, yet again, the nominations. And I think I have, maybe it's in yours. I wanted to list all of the things that are available again. I took it over paper. Well, there's 2 select board, openings for a 3-year term, but I don't know the rest of them.
Two school board directors, one for a 3-year term and one for a 2-year term. It was,
Okay, we
one,
determined that?
Yep.
One for 3 years, one for 2 years.
Yep.
And then there's budget committee.
one for, I can grab the paper.
Get a paper, like a paper. Yeah, I thought I had it.
One for budget, one for water board.
And then school board. I think, oh, we just said that, there's 2 for school board.
Water board.
3-year and 2-year.
Water boarding?
No.
I have a few people I'd like to do it to.
And there's a special town meeting tomorrow night, May 18th at 5 o'clock for the H&D Seafood Grant, CDBG, H&D, for creation of jobs and business expansion. So we need 25 people here. So I
Is
hopefully
it
every
H&D or
D.
HD?
H&D and Sons.
H&D.
H&D.
Holly and Dave.
H&D
Oh,
and Sons.
of course. Okay.
So we hope you can all come. It's at 5 o'clock. It shouldn't take very long. And we're hoping they get the grant. All the papers need to be in next Friday, so this is one of the last requirements. Let's see. Do you know anything about the Women's Club tree planting, Rachel?
I don't know anything about the tree planting, because I know they're celebrating 100 years of service.
I think
And
they asked
so-
if they could plant a tree.
That's, where are they gonna plant it?
I don't know, where are they gonna plant the tree?
Monument lot.
On the
Down
monument.
here on the gym. The monument.
Oh, with a monument?
Yep.
Okay, so Jim's here now, so we'll
Okay,
review it. You just have
Yes.
the first page is,
yes.
where is the?
He's sitting down, he just sat down. Okay.
Come on, look at that. Just want to make sure everything's in here, we have to sign it. I
Mhm.
just gave you the first page to save paper, but I'm just gonna review and make sure. We have everything here.
I think so. Yeah, that'd be about 15 minutes to figure out all the things you need to do.
Okay, thank you for coming, Jim.
Yes, ma'am, I apologize.
No, we need a motion to approve the,
I make a move that we approve this request for a malt spiritus and Venice license.
or, the water.
Water Street Tavern.
Second.
For his club.
for his club. Class 5.
It's also a bed and breakfast. It also includes B and Bs, which is what I think. Second? Second. All in favor? Okey-doke.
Here we go.
Do we need an updated drawing?
I don't know. We'll find
It
it.
hasn't really
It
changed.
hasn't changed.
Okay,
Yeah.
then, I only
It
had,
has not changed.
I didn't think so, dear, but I only had one sheet of paper, so that's why I asked.
No, I didn't print them all off,
Okay,
unless you
Got
want
the
to see
abridged
them.
version.
okay,
the bridge
thanks.
version.
No problem.
You will see it, it is coming down the aisle as we speak.
Tomorrow you can pick it up. We'll give you a copy of the original in the morning. So,
Okay, great.
thank you for coming, but we officially have to have somebody here to represent.
I don't have a problem with that at all. It's
Thanks,
just, you know,
Jim.
it's a typical opening day.
Good, well, okay,
If it
we'll
could
enjoy
go
your
wrong, it
opening.
will.
If we ever get done, maybe we'll be down.
Well, bar's open.
There you
Oh,
go.
Thank you all.
That's good.
Read this again, the numbers, please.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, there is two positions for Select Board Assessor Overseer of the Poor, 3-year term, one position for Board of Directors for the school, 3-year term, one position for MSAD, number 19, Board Director, 2-year, one position for Lubec Water District Trustee, 3-year, Budget Committee, one position for 3-year, one position for 2-year. Nomination papers are due back by June 19th and can be picked up now. Yay. Paying taxes and sewer bills online, that's you, Renee.
Okay, so, at one of the classes that I've been to lately, Inform Me is the same company and program that we accept our credit card payments with now. They make it possible for towns to offer online property tax payment and utilities, so that would include the sewer billing. And there would be no revenue lost right now for, well, ever for the town. It's all available online, people can go on and pay their taxes, pay their sewer bills, and it will be available on our website. Made
This would be
the
the
steps.
debit, like a debit card.
But
Yes,
is the fee, is there a fee involved?
It's the same with the credit card, it's
the
2.5%.
Okay, okay.
Yep, which
But
is
people
what
that
we're
live
doing
away
now.
sometimes,
Mm. Oh, sure,
it's convenient.
yeah.
In the future, this is the same company, if we choose so, to do online rapid renewal with vehicle registrations,
Mhm.
boat registrations, dog licensing. I didn't jump to that because we do stand to lose revenue.
Mhm.
It's not a lot, at most 15%
Mhm.
of all that is taken in would actually utilize the service. But yet, you know, with the reduction in staff in the town office, it would help keep, you know, people could do their own business online as so much already do, like with hunting and fishing licenses, it's already that way. They couldn't do it with boats because of the excise tax that we get. There's no excise tax on an ATV license, or, so there's already revenue that we're losing from the ones that already do it online. But
So this is
it's the
information.
agent fee that we would lose, $1 agent fee.
So we're just gonna go with the taxes
For
and,
now, it's taxes, and just get our foot in the door, get used to the system.
and did you register us?
Yes, we're in the process.
And is this somehow gonna go out publicly, like at the town report?
Sure.
That would be a good thing.
Put it in
So
the annual
everybody will
report
get
that
it
people
and-
know
yeah.
the link, that'd be
Yeah.
good, yes, good
Yeah.
idea.
I think we should go right to the boats too, because the state sent me a renewal form for my boat
Yep,
to do it online.
we could do that. Let's get up, I would
And
advise to
you're
get
saying that's-
up, let's do it at the fiscal year change.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
June, July 1st,
Yeah.
That would be good.
so.
Do you need, would you like an official motion and
So
second?
let's look
to-
a little more, I can bring some
vote?
numbers back on
you haven't
how much
actually signed-
revenue you,
You haven't
we'd be
signed
losing.
in any of it yet then?
just for the property tax and utility bill.
Because
we
it
didn't
doesn't,
lose
it
any.
doesn't affect
Right,
our revenue.
I just
Okay,
kind of a
so it's
public
information.
announcement.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
good.
So we'll think about,
The
The
votes,
rest.
that'll be the next,
Okay.
on the bucket list.
all right, next. We did, send a letter out to, Lubec Landmarks on the brining shed and asking them to, fix the, dire need of repair, the brining, and
The
I
brining
believe-
shed.
The brining shed, and the town has given and it was given, actually sent by the harbor master, it was given, they were
Yeah,
given till
and-
July 31st, and at the harbor board suggestion,
Correct.
he was told.
I can speak to that, since I am president of Lubec Landmarks. We are on to with Proc Marine, we have pretty much hired them to come in and, Proc Marine, I should say, and Jordan Hoovers. Jordan is going to, oh, so exciting, I love it. Move the building up. Proc is gonna put the new pilings in closer to the sawdust shed. We're gonna move the building on top of the sawdust shed, build a catwalk around, so then they can actively work on repairs.
Wow.
It is fantastic. I am so in love with Proc Marine, I'll tell you.
May I ask you to do one thing?
Yeah,
Provide a short memo,
yeah.
forward it to the
I
harbor
am,
board, so
done,
that way I can
Yes,
update the,
absolutely.
membership tomorrow night.
not a short
Yes.
memo, I'm gonna send you an official letter.
Make it short and simple.
No, sorry,
Save the
sorry.
fishermen, make it.
No, you bought into this, you're gonna have to take it as you get it.
What, time frame are we looking at?
Oh, that is the problem. They may not get to it till the 1st of August. However, they said if I can talk to DEP, which is why I asked about Nick Hodgkins, and tell them about the dire emergency, then he can facilitate some of those, you know, okays, what do you call them? Permits, yeah.
Why couldn't you use this as part of your?
I could, as my, yeah. And, anyway, so I'm on that one as well.
Very good,
Okay.
very good. Okay, so, Renee, when we opened up the bids the other day, we had a bid for yearly maintenance and diesel fuel, which somehow we didn't vote on. We only got one bid each, and it was kind of mixed up with all the other bids, so Renee brought that to my attention, and so I thought we'd officially give that bid to, how do you wanna work that? The yearly maintenance was from,
RH Foster,
and it was for,
$65 an hour. And it's not just diesel fuel, it's all the fuel, and our trucks already have RH Foster trucks, it would just be keeping it as the same.
and what was that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. So it's the only one we got, and it was so, certain cents under the
8
rack.
cents.
It was 8 cents?
Yeah,
Okay.
below pump.
8 cents under the
below
pump. But it was diesel, I read it as diesel, so you wanna double check?
Well, because we have gas engines too.
So it's 8 cents under the pump, whether it's gas or diesel,
Yeah.
is that how that read? Oh, well, okay, so provided that's what it does say, let's make a motion to accept the yearly maintenance from RH Buster and the 8 cents under the pump for gas and diesel, and Renee will just let us know.
It was the only
It's only
bid.
bid anyway, so we should take it, it's cheaper than,
Who we had last
That
year for the
motion?
maintenance?
all right.
We had
Second.
Trent.
But he didn't put in a bid.
Second, Rachel, all in favor? No, you got a bid, All right, I think we're up to the Chi Savings Bank.
Good evening. Let's come on up.
Yes,
Come on, Sean.
come on down.
This is Laura Lane,
Hi, Hi.
Sean Day. Nice to meet you all. Or see you all again, as the case may be.
Thank you.
Yes. I have to running around against.
So what we've given each of you is a proposal. The proposal letter should be on the right-hand side of your folder. The proposal is for the primary checking account of the town of Lubec to be moved to the Chi Savings Bank. And we are making an offer with the interest rate as stated in there. That'll provide the town with some additional income, interest income revenue. In addition to that, we will be not charging any fees or expenses on the accounts. And due to some careful negotiation, we were also able to come up with some free checks for a period of time, the first 3 years of deposits being at Chi Savings Bank.
Very nice deal.
And that the $3,500 in increased interest revenue to the town is based on a conservative figure that we took from some past balances that you guys have had. That's figured on around an average balance of $750,000. So there would be some ways, the town does hold some CDs that are at lesser rates that are currently with Shire Savings Bank, which we could actually allocate into this account, and we have a way to separate them so the town could still show them separately on the books for interest allocation. So that you would be able to do that, and you'd be able to earn even more interest on those balances as well.
The same interest?
Say the same as what we've.
So everything, every account that would be in there would be 70.75?
They'd all be in that one checking account, and then if
And separated according to CD?
on
Like,
on paper,
Yeah.
on like there's a spreadsheet workbook that we have. We did spend almost 2 hours, I guess, meeting with Renee and Suzette to go over some logistical concerns that may have arose. I hope that we were able to allay most of those, if not all. And I guess what I would like to do is open it up to any questions, and we're here to ask for the town's business. It's something that we're excited for the opportunity to work with you. And you know, we think of ourselves certainly as Washington County Bank, very big supporters and proponents of the communities in which we do business. A number of activities of which have been in the town of Lubec and surrounding communities. So
I see here that you would be willing to put a free remote deposit capture machine.
you
And
most,
that's for the night deposits, I'm assuming?
You wanna see it? We brought it
Well,
with
of course.
us.
This is not, I assume, something that is portable.
Not really, no, it sits on the desk, so it would sit on either Suzette's desk or Renee's desk, and it's how you,
This
scan
is
your
a-
checks in.
so this is an example of it. You would, this is an
Oh.
actual functioning machine. So that the town itself would be able to process, without leaving the office, process check deposits through this machine. This machine would be provided at no cost. It does, we have secure logins and token technology, which is something I think you're moving towards anyway this time. So we would provide that in addition to this. Checks run through, prints them, shows them on your screen, you verify them, put them into the account, and you're done. We did talk that if there was an instance where you had lots and lots and lots of checks, it'd be possible just to do a night drop bag at the bank through our thing, and then we'll take care of it.
In the checks.
That's correct.
what are you doing with the cash?
Yeah.
We did discuss some options on cash, and how that might be handled. I'd be happy to discuss that if you're okay with divulging that, I guess.
Absolutely, I'm
So-
open book.
Yeah, we talked about some options of which, there would be plausible, it makes sense to keep, a local account for, we have, as of right now, we have a checking account with the town, averages around $6,000 or $7,000. And, I mean, it would make sense that if there was a separate account for cash to be able to be transferred over. With the eCorp program, which is the online banking portal that we have, you'd be able to transfer electronically at no charge through ACH transfer. So if you needed to move it over.
That's an option. You also have the option even to just write yourself out a check for the amount of cash that you deposit locally and just scan it right through the machine. So there's a variety of
And then how does the
different.
cash finally get to the bank?
It-
Cash? Has to go through the machine?
We're thinking if you had, like if you had a local checking account that you deposited cash into and then either electronically moved the money or wrote yourself a check and then ran it right through the scanner. So the cash would be deposited locally and then the funds would be
And you
transferred
understand
over.
that, right? Believe it or not.
Suzanne?
Oh, yeah.
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 Wanna come up and,
What's your assessment of their proposal?
it's a very good proposal. At this time, it would be best not to make a decision
No,
tonight.
yeah.
You know, think about it, they're here to present, I asked them to come, we asked them to come. They could present it a lot better than we could, and they're more than willing, and they have, they're very nice to deal with, and,
Do you see any problem with doing it the way they're talking about, Suzette?
No, I mean, you were concerned with the cash deposit, you
Yeah.
know, how would we get it there?
Yeah.
Renee could buy, but that's not feasible, you don't want that risk.
Yes.
No,
She
Yes.
wouldn't want that risk. I wouldn't
Right.
want that
No.
risk.
Not an
Because
armored
I take
vehicle.
off.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so,
That's procedure thing we would have to know.
yeah, and that's what
We met with
So you-
Laura and Sean 2 different times. They came to us and they heard our concerns at the first meeting and we told them we're not looking to change banks. And then they brought back the offer and we just couldn't throw it under the rug. Because it's a
Sure,
legitimately,
sure.
substantially
Yes,
different offer than we're currently at.
Yes.
And I openly told Sean and Laura that we would take their proposal to our current bank. It's only fair.
Yes.
You know, and that's kind of what's happened. And so they're here to present their side
Great.
and they're
Great.
doing very well.
Good.
And we're willing, you know, we thought about it after they left, you know, this is worth
Yes.
making all the changes that we would have to do. So they've really come and stepped up to the plate and made a sweet offer.
Mhm.
So, like I said, I would.
So what we'll have to do
Not make any
is
decisions
listen to
tonight.
our bank,
Yes.
come up with a counter
To be
offer,
fair.
we have.
weigh
a
the
counter
two, and get back to you.
Excellent.
Yes,
offer. I don't know what
yeah.
it is.
And, you know, as far as local support, I'm in Machias and a moment
Yes.
away if need be.
Actually, about 30 moments.
I can make it in 25.
I work in our cash management department.
Yes.
We have a cash management department that is primarily focused on municipalities and
Mhm.
working with
Sure.
FDIC insurance and all of that. And my office is in Brewer, but I cover Hancock and Washington counties, and I'm usually down here every Wednesday in some part of Washington County, every Wednesday. So, and I'm just a phone call away. We have
And you're the manager of the bank?
No,
What
no,
do you-
I'm a business banking officer and I work with municipalities in addition
Oh.
to that.
Yep.
I'm also the Community Reinvestment Act officer for
Okay.
the bank, so
Who manages the bank?
ultimately it's Jonathan Alley is the branch manager for
Okay.
Machias. Larry Barker's president, CEO, and he's located in Machias as well.
I mean, we're kind of used to the real personable relationship that we have here
Certainly.
with Bar Harbor,
absolutely.
and we enjoy it. You know, not to say that we couldn't enjoy you, it's
Certainly.
just that's the reality of the
And
situation.
we do have banking with Machias State. We
You
do
do
have a
have some
checking
accounts,
account
yeah.
and we have some CDs
Absolutely.
there and so
Yeah.
it just
Yeah.
came, you know.
But I think this is more
Offers
focused on
some more.
people paying their bills and coming in with checks.
Yeah.
They're immediately processed into the account at the time the person's standing in front of you.
Yeah.
For the most part, yes.
yeah, it
Yep.
doesn't tell you if it's.
And on that note, on the mechanics of it, is this integrated into our software system, our bookkeeping system, or?
It's not, this is similar to if you went to the bank and you made a deposit.
Okay.
So you'd still have to post the deposits like you normally would, but you'd have it right there at your fingertips. And then we have, this goes right along with our online access, which we call eCourt. And so all of your transactions are right there online, you can pull them right up, you can export them if you need to. And we actually my team, the cash management team, we have, a girl who's in the office 24/7. We let her leave for lunch pretty much, but she's in there all the
So
time.
good of you.
And so if there's ever any issues, if, you know, if there was an issue with the scanner, if something needed to happen, she's right
Sure.
there to answer the phone. And then we also have a girl named Christina who will come out and do the training and do the installation of this machine, do the training on the ACH software. So we really try to be as hands-on as we can.
So Suzette, would you be responsible for incoming those checks? So let's say there's 2 counter clerks for the day and they cash out. And then instead of taking the deposit to the bank, well, the cash would probably have to go anyway. But the checks, that one machine would be in your control in your office.
Either mine or a backup, because I'm not there, there'd be another backup.
And we can set a time so that at a certain time of day, the entire online banking system shuts down, is inaccessible by anybody, so that from a security standpoint, if somebody were to come in, nothing works after like 5 o'clock.
Okay, I see that.
Lock it out.
So everything gets locked out, nothing can be
Yeah.
accessed.
Well, we appreciate your coming in.
Yes.
And,
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having us, we really
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
coming.
There's,
This is
commend you for
quite
what
a
you've
bit to
done to
read
the
here.
community.
Yeah, the concept of the letter is to make a simple proposal.
There's also a
The-
statement of condition in there
Yeah.
so you can.
How many
Yeah.
branches is Machias have now? 18. And they're all basically in Washington County?
We have 8 in Washington County, but we're spread from Portland to Prescott.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Portland being our newest branch, which came online last summer, but we, moved to a new location, in May, March. So it's,
We'll consider, we'll have to discuss it probably in the executive session.
I know Machias Bank has been very supportive of the marathon
certainly,
here,
yep.
as has Bar Harbor. And so competition should not be new to you in terms of.
You know, and I think
It's healthy.
we may have outlined some things that we've supported in it, but certainly the food pantry,
Yeah.
the marathon,
With the number of employees that
Are on
live in
boards,
that, or
yes,
live in that,
yes.
on a variety of different boards.
Yeah.
I
It's a very community.
I still pay taxes and move back.
It's
On time.
Most of it early. Yeah.
Yeah, community
Yeah.
is really important to us.
Sure,
It's-
sure,
It's something
of
that
course.
is at the cornerstone of our culture, so.
So we will get back to you.
Yes,
Very
Thank you very much, we
Good.
really
Thank you all.
and
appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good seeing you again.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I made an extra copy for
Diane?
Dana, yes.
Yeah,
Thank
oh,
you.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's ready.
Perfect.
You can put it in his mailbox.
Okay, thank you.
I'll call you tomorrow, Sean.
Sounds good, thank you.
Not on this.
Totally different. She's taking her money
Yes,
out,
it
though.
is Bill's son. Yes, she just wanted to know if you were Bill's son.
Just check it.
Yes, it is Bill's son.
Yes. For disclosure, yes I am.
Yes.
Bill's
Okay.
son, but he looks like his mother.
And his brother and Megan, all of us.
Okay. So I assume we're going to have come the next time.
You can, yep.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
So do you want to discuss this counter offer and all of
Yeah,
this?
it'll take time, you know.
So, tonight? Okay, where were we? We do
You're on
have, just
ending
to let you know,
plastic.
we do have a counter offer from Bar Harbor. I don't think it's appropriate to
Discuss it.
discuss it.
Yeah.
Ending plastic recycling of all but number 2 plastic.
Yes.
That's on the agenda for a vote. I know that, Rudan Recycling had come
Yes.
to a conclusion that we were gonna try for a year. I thought
It
we
was
would
3
do.
months.
I suggested 3 months.
Yeah, yeah.
At
No, I
first, I
think that
thought a
that's.
year was too much.
And
And it's been 3 months and we think it's not working right.
it's a mixed bag, actually. It actually is working very well in terms of people contributing their plastic. I mean, I can attest to that because it's in my garage. But I think the glitch is still people getting it to Pleasant River now. And we were taking it down to Portland or Freeport, which is, outrageous amount to drive. But Renee, bless her heart, thanks to her mother, got us in at Pleasant River, which is much closer. It's,
But
just
still,
before the
we don't-
blueberry.
We don't have the volunteers.
But I am very short on volunteers. I mean, and I know out there in TV land, there are people who go to Ellsworth almost on a daily basis. All they have to do is come to my garage, pick up a few bags of plastic and take it down there.
But
Wednesday all day, which would be 8 to
6.
8 to 6. So people could actually, after work. Friday afternoon, Saturday all day.
so
So-
how, I was thinking we were gonna end the program, but that we will defer to 4 more weeks. They're in your garage and I'm all for, I think it's
The
not
point
working.
with it's partially working, partially not. But, the problem with my garage now is that I now have to make way for the marathon.
So we need to end it.
Yeah,
Mike?
Steph, Mike.
Go ahead, Stephanie, ladies
ahead.
first.
I go to Ellsworth every Saturday, and I have the
Bless you.
SUV empty. And he has therapy down in Surrey, and we go right by there every single
You have
Saturday.
an awful lot of plastic though.
Well,
You do.
I have Maureen taking the truck down to get rid of the majority. While I was ill, it kept piling up in my garage.
So she can get ahead of it.
Yeah, I couldn't get ahead of it.
Are you proposing to get volunteers just to take the remainder of the plastic that you have to clear out your garage and not continue the program? Because in conversation with the director of the solid waste facility, it's also the spacing issue that he has there
Yes.
during the time before it goes to your garage, so
Yes.
I'm just hoping you give the viewers in TV land the bigger
Yes,
picture.
yes.
We really don't wanna collect all those other plastics.
Yeah, we need to have somebody regularly picking up plastic at the.
I don't think you can depend on something in a municipality on
And yeah, what we're
volunteers.
doing is,
I have a question, I think, direct to Mike. Mike, do you know what the cost analysis is on a bale of number 2 versus a bale of mix, which includes number 2?
Bale and mix is, it's not worth your time to put together. This
Well,
is
dollars
why-
and cents wise.
Dollars and cents wise,
Yeah.
it's a loss. The only thing that's not a loss is strictly HDPE2. It sounds very nice to take all the other plastics. What we lose sight of is the fact is that from our community's perspective, yes, we feel wonderful about getting this out of the waste stream, but the truth of the matter is, the big guys, that's the ones who buy our bales, are the ones that are actually making this out. But they've gotta have the volume of an entire county's waste. It's not one little town is a drop in the bucket for them. So,
So the volume that we're generating volume of the other type of plastics by throwing it in our garbage and having Jason pick it up once a week and going out to the Giants, correct?
yeah, going to, no, Jason would take it to.
No, I'm just saying, what I'm saying,
Marion
when we
transfer.
put our garbage, let's say we have Jason that picks up our garbage.
Yes,
And I have all this other plastic that other than number 2 that I throw in my trash.
yes,
That gets mixed in with the waste pile that goes out to the landfill.
yes,
So we still have volume there.
well,
yeah,
I want you to understand too, what you don't see from Lubec's perspective is that Marion Transfer Station is now truly a transfer station. And the garbage, the municipal waste that goes to Canada, they go through. It really is not being wasted, it's just that we can't make any money out of here. We're all trying to do something right, and it turns out to be, oh, well, we've got a pile. Now we have to convince somebody to drive to some distance shorter than Portland to get rid of it. We're not even considering what the cost is of the people who volunteer for their vehicle, their insurance rates and all that. If we added that in, come on, we'd be losing money. The other aspect of this is, at our recycling facility, we have one baler. We bale 2 products. Never fail, right when we're almost ready to have a truckload of one, we've only got half a bale in there, and it's really a major problem to take half a bale out, to then do 1 bale to get a truck to go, so our timing is sort of like very ponderous based on this. I've been in conversation with Rachel, as another member of the recycling committee, to possibly do something different, how we handle our plastic here, to alleviate the tightness that we have, instead of the group going to the town and having to ask for a addition of structure to alleviate our problem. Maybe we need to reduce the amount of stored space we need. There's another way to do this. I can't divulge any more than that because we haven't had a full committee meeting to discuss all the possibilities of this. But we're working on it, and we're doing it with the taxpayer in mind. Why keep going to them to ask for more and more to solve our problem when we can think outside the box and solve our own problem?
yes. That is
Right now,
absolutely true.
Right now, it sure feels good to get all them plastics separated and put, but it's not a dollars and cents thing, it's not.
So we're not closing the door on it, we just want to get the plastic out of Rachel's garage for now and rethink how we can deal with the
Exactly, we need to
plastic.
And do it more
rethink this, and in the
efficiently.
meantime, I urge the board to alleviate the ongoing problem because of taking 1 through 7.
Yes.
And suspend that program for
And
now.
just take number 2.
Just number 2, continue what we used to take, it's what we're making money
So-
on, it makes sense to,
Starting Friday, we would
Yes.
like to make a motion to only
Yes,
go
I
back to
would.
number 2
Do it,
plastic.
suspend it temporarily, yes.
And Stephanie, if you can help Rachel, with, some of the
That would
plastic
be
in
good.
her
Yeah, in the
garage, that would be
meantime.
fantastic.
Clean the
And,
garage. It's
help-
marvelous, I have a Porsche on one bay that belongs to Jimmy Buhner, and then I got this pile of
I'll
plastic.
take that
and
before.
then to revisit the plastic issue once the recycling gets put back together. Because we only have 2, we need 3 more committee members. Would you like to sit on the recycling committee?
I want somebody to. She is, she's. We are looking for more people on the recycling committee, and I had spoken to Michael when he was at my SU about getting a student in,
Yes.
to become part of the recycling committee, because I think it's a wonderful way to get kids involved and get
Great
that
idea.
thinking in their head.
I thought they had that, I thought third and fourth grade did that.
I'm,
I'm sorry,
They
I
do
thought,
it in the school, I believe.
right, they have, the third and fourth graders, I think, do the recycling.
oh yeah, no,
we
that's
want-
not what
We
I'm
would
saying.
like one of them
We
to
would like-
attend as a committee member.
Well, yeah, you know
Yes.
what I'm saying,
Right.
I know my daughter's too early, but she's always talking
Yeah.
about it as.
We were
as
probably
fun.
talking about someone,
She would, she wants to do curbside recycling, she's six.
someone older, you know, in the upper grades.
Right,
too.
but what I'm saying
She
is, I
acts
think
like she's
there's
wrong.
somebody that spearheads that at the school, there's already a
Yes,
motion at the school.
exactly,
And
exactly.
it had been discussed very informally at the second grade level about
So
curbside recycling.
That might be something that go to the school, find out if somebody's interested,
Somebody-
and let them jump in.
Send someone's head down there already.
It would take, you know, it would probably take release time from school, but those things can all get, you know.
Yeah.
And we meet on a Friday afternoon,
So
so,
that would be great,
Yeah.
somebody would, I'm
Yeah.
sure somebody would love to.
perfect, yes, yeah.
Going off of this is right along with it. We have that, get together every Sunday for the kids, the open gym thing, and we've been sort of getting these little committees and we're talking to the booster clubs. And we were just kicking around the idea of putting a barrel for bottles and cans at the recycling center. I know, I just leave mine there. I just give it to them and whoever wants to take them.
Yeah,
But if, there's those barrels over in Machias where you can dump off your recycling and everything, and they all have like, the schools, like, Jonesport Library was there, and they just have the label on them, they have the barrel, and then they take them, and then they get the money for the recycling. But it's just an idea we
the
were.
school itself does not have a recycling barrel in the school?
Not to drop your cans and bottles, and there's
Really?
nothing.
An outside, yeah, an outside dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Tina was recycling.
I think she's recycling, you know, with the school products, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah,
stuff.
no, this is
But not
cans
like
and bottles
cans of
that
soda.
have the refundable fee that you can get. And there's no barrel at the recycling center. Nobody's picked that up. And so this would be, we're just throwing that out and wondering what anybody thought of it.
Kenny takes those, they take the recycling.
But there's nobody, no designation to it. I mean,
No.
there's no
Well,
charity designated to it.
Yeah.
I think he might, I just give him mine.
Yeah.
But we were wondering if, what about putting a barrel?
With a specific goal to which to.
Yeah,
be
this
put
sign
in.
on the
Well,
side
it
would
could go back to the
say, like,
school,
Lubec,
you know. Yeah.
I think-
Well, maybe LCOC should put one on our regular, because we do the food pantry.
Yes.
Somebody could go for.
Discussion?
Yep,
Yeah.
there too.
Yeah, we have a motion on the table, I don't mean to
Oh,
interrupt anyone,
Yeah,
but the motion is that we
Suspend.
suspend
yeah.
temporarily taking all plastic except number 2 plastic until we can get a more efficient way of recycling,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the motion.
Yeah.
Have a second?
Second,
Oh,
Yeah.
starting Friday.
starting Friday.
You made
Yes.
the motion?
Yes, second.
Rachel made a motion before, so I second hers.
Ah, it's a double motion.
It's whatever I said, it's
Yeah, yeah.
whatever you,
Exactly.
whatever just got said.
Thank you.
All in favor?
Okay. I do want to pursue this student thing, yeah.
I wanted to mention that maybe part of the reason is that there is an organization in town that has been very streamlined on it. You bring empties, redeemables to them,
Yeah.
all you have to do is say, this is for the Historical Society,
Yes.
this is for Lubec Landmarks,
Right.
and they take care of that, and maybe
Yeah.
that's why, and it's one more thing that one person would have to do down there, like we just got done, for the moment, suspending the collection of 1 through 7, because it's one guy, and he's running out of 4 streets. Okay, so now if we do, here we go back, okay, let's collect this. We really have to be careful with the fragility of that little program that we got that we're all so proud of. It's so easy to make it a pain in the butt
I
and a
agree.
heartbeat. And I see, again, it sounds like a good idea, but you gotta think, it's only one man.
Yeah.
Too much, too quickly.
Yeah,
So
that's what
maybe-
we were just throwing an
Take
idea
your
out.
stuff to Lions and just tell them who you want the money to go to. It gets to them. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
All right,
Should
so-
we just reiterate to the public?
So we are not going to be taking any plastic other than number 2 plastic starting on Friday until further notice. And thank you for all your hard work in recycling. I'm recycling
I
now.
could call up and say, anybody can take their recycling to Pleasant River. You do not
Yeah.
have to be a
That's right.
member.
Yeah,
And you can
if
personally,
they want to
if
do
you want to
individually,
recycle,
Right.
yes, that's
Take
a
it to
very
Pleasant
good
River.
point, very good
Put
point.
this first, if I
Yes.
do all this, the gym, and then go into the.
Yeah.
Okay,
But do we do committee updates?
here we do now.
Okay.
Harbor Board is tomorrow at
Tomorrow
6.
night, yep, 6 o'clock. I
Rachel?
guess we'll be right after the meeting. Yeah.
Shellfish is June 12th at 6 o'clock. Last meeting that you can get your meeting credit for before conservation hours are calculated for the sale on July 3rd.
June
And-
12th, 6 o'clock. Shellfish, June
June
12th,
12th
6
at
o'clock.
6, yes.
Got it.
Renee?
Quality TV is May 31st at 4.
Anything else?
Recycle is, it's a second Friday, right?
Yes.
That puts us at June 16th.
Oh,
Isn't there a
Wednesday.
conflict there?
That is, there's a public announcement here, there will be an open house at the Old Columbian Historical Society, the Brownfield is wrapped up.
What time?
And they're having an open house, barbecue type of thing.
And so we're not sure, probably around lunchtime.
Probably 11.
Lunchtime, but we don't have exact time.
Okay.
Everyone's invited? The community?
Anybody that's,
Well, we may
Right.
go with that. I mean,
We'll
just
stick with
be
the date.
flexible,
Right.
yeah.
it's at 1, right?
Yeah.
1.
Are you all set?
We're all set.
Okay, now, Downey CMS is having a spaghetti feed for all the EMS, firemen, medical personnel on May 24th, which is, I think, a week from today.
Happy
Is it
Louisville?
Yes, it is.
Yep. At the Medibents Post Office in Medibents, and it is free to all area EMS, firemen, medical personnel.
What time?
At, what time? 5 o'clock.
And that's it?
And our meeting, our regular monthly meeting is June 26th at 4:30 at Medibents Post Office. At 4:30.
So just to ask again, tomorrow at 5, we do have a special town meeting to vote on. They haven't gotten the grant awarded yet, but they cannot submit all the final papers without the town folks and taxpayers agreeing to receiving the grant money for them. So,
Is that separate from the micro enterprise grant or is
yes,
that the same
it's a
thing?
larger, yes, it's not a micro enterprise grant, it's an economic development, it's not based on income, it's based on job development, and though one of the requirements is hiring low to moderate income, 51% of the new hires must qualify for low to moderate income. So they don't have to qualify for low to moderate income. Micro enterprise, well, that's similar. You either have to be a small business, 5 or less employees, low to moderate income, or creating enough jobs for the community. The whole thing is all about creating jobs. Mike?
When will the next round of micro enterprise grants?
November,
That's what I thought the meeting was.
I hope. November, as long as the town wants to go forward with that. And then the very first Friday in January is the first round of reviewing that. So you want to get, actually, anyone interested in applying for a micro enterprise grant, provided the select board that will be in office then agrees to that, we'll be looking for people for that.
That's how she snuck that right in.
And good luck for everyone who's running.
Okay.
So, to answer your question, Meredith?
Yes, thank you.
So we are going to public comment?
I have 2 comments. One is, I noticed that you have executive session on your agenda, but we do not have the main
And
regulatory
it fell off,
statute.
it was on my computer and it went down to the second page, and I
Okay,
apologize for that.
my question was simply, were you deviating from a common practice?
No,
Okay.
that was a
It's on the
total
back,
error.
it's on the back, to the top.
Okay.
That's on mine.
Yeah, it was on the
Number
back.
2, now that the
Thank you.
liquor permits are more under the direction of the select board, does it make sense, and would you consider picking a date prior to when the season opens and do all of the approvals at one time instead of them coming in dribs and drabs, so I guess what I'm asking you to consider is does that make sense? I'm sure you need to look into the legality of doing it all at one time, but there would be a notification, they'd have 2 weeks to say, yes, we're still in business, and then at that night, they're all here and you're all done with them until next year.
Well, I think there's 6 or 7, and they renew at different times. If we've had like Kippy's came in January, wanted to open in March, and then Jim doesn't come back until, I don't know. In a perfect world, that would be great.
You
But
can
I
make
would
it perfect.
Mike, I think on their application, it shows
No,
when
I
their,
don't think
Come
so.
on, you're not trying hard
it
enough.
shows when their license expires.
Yeah, I
So
know.
if
Yes,
they, if they applied for it in May, it would be renewed in May. If they applied for it in January, it gets renewed in January.
If you don't make any attempt to get them all on one thing.
I think it'd be up to the state to authorize.
Wasn't there an MMA ruling about the liquor license that we didn't?
We don't have to do public hearings anymore.
That's right, that's right. So-
Which was something I believe you voted on.
Yeah, yeah.
But I fully understand your point of view, and it makes a lot of sense. And in a perfect world, they would all come on the same day, and we get done with them all. And then, of course, that's all
No, you have
competitors in
still-
the
you
audience
still
at
have
the
some
same
that
time.
forget.
So you might start a brawl.
It would be like the vehicle registration,
Yeah.
so we don't
They don't.
police that, it's up to the.
And it's
It's
not
up to
tied
them
in with
to
your
come in.
inspection.
They could ply us with liquor and give us a kickback.
That's right.
So we will temporarily adjourn and go, we're gonna adjourn the select board meeting and we're going into executive session. And it's for MRSA 406, section 6B, personnel issues.